American treasure turned accidental reality superstar Smokin' Jay Cutler is about to be plastered all over those grocery store checkout line magazines because Smokin' Jay Cutty is getting a divorce from Kristin Cavallari.
Consider that a divorce.
Anyway, the announcement was made yesterday on her Instagram page, and she's the only person in the world who could post her pending divorce on social media while at the same time caption it with, quote, "We ask that everyone respect our privacy as we navigate this difficult time," end quote. Okay. How about you respect your own privacy and keep it off the gram altogether? As fascinated as I am with Cutty, I am not at all fascinated with this story. It's not where I live. It's not what I do. It's not who I am. And I'm sure as hell not going to sit here and speculate on why the couple from Nashville is now the former couple from Splitsville. Their life, their issues, their business. I don't care. I will say this, though. If you ever needed a reason to never believe reality TV, there it is, right there. Because for the past 3 years, from what I have seen, a seemingly perfect marriage was put forth and represented on Cutty's show. And yes, I called it Cutty's show because it was his show. Do not let the title fool you. Very Cavallari was actually very Cutty. And everybody knew it. But damn, how disingenuous does the whole thing feel right now? Not that anybody ever thought that reality TV was real, but every damn storyline on that show was Kristin doling out unsolicited relationship advice to her employees, to her friends, even to the audience, all while talking about how Cutty was her rock and Cutty was her best support system. How can the E! Channel and a reality TV show lie to us? What's next? You gonna tell me that people only put their very best moments on Instagram and may not be as happy as they seem? That really successful people that want your credit card aren't as successful as they appear on Instagram? That House Hunters is really a scam? And that all those home buyers really are not forced to decide among the 3 houses that the producers dropped on them, that they already made their decision and then just went along with the charade for the show? No way! Say it ain't so. The only other thing making this divorce announcement even remotely interesting is that it's coming just 3 weeks after the Cutlers and their rich friends escaped quarantine hell on the white sandy resort beaches of the Bahamas. Remember that? Jay, Kristin, and a few friends were stuck drinking Mai Tais in crystal clear ocean water for nearly an entire month after they willfully declined to get on a plane back to Nashville in March, and they got stuck. Stuck in the horrific Bahamas. And in between their workouts and their barbecue sessions, Kristin and her hairdresser took time to let everybody on Instagram know how bad they had it in paradise. The only thing more tone deaf than bitching about choosing to be on a beach in the Bahamas during the coronavirus outbreak was trying to use the pandemic to sell a cookbook, something else she did. Because according to a caption from Kristin, nothing brings family together like comfort food. And for just $30, you could get her recipes delivered to your cramped apartment while she frolicked about in the Bahamas. 3 weeks after getting back home from a month-long vacation, they announce their divorce. Did quarantine kill the Cuttys? Did 30 days together in the Bahamas break up that once perfect marriage? I mean, there's been that tongue-in-cheek question about what would be higher after the pandemic is over, the birth rate or the divorce rate. I don't know, maybe the Cuttys were happier spaced out in a Tennessee mansion instead of isolating together on a beach for a month. I don't know. I really don't care. And it's not that I dislike them. I just don't care because it's none of my business. I just find that timing kind of questionable. Divorcing after 10 years is not an overnight decision, right? I wouldn't think. So did these two know that they were on the rocks the entire time that she was posting pictures from the Bahamas of what looked like the most idyllic marriage ever? Never mind the last 30 days. What about the last 3 seasons of the show? Could a reality TV show and an Instagram account lie to all of us like that? And speaking of the show, if Jay is not going to be on the show anymore, then how is it still a show? If Jay is not going to be on that show, there is no reason to watch that show. It was already tough enough as a 60-minute infomercial for her business being passed off as a TV show. But you lose Cuddy, then it's impossible. This dude hijacked the spotlight by not even wanting to be there, by purchasing farm animals, for yelling at Kristen's friends, for parking their cars in his driveway, for getting drunk at a dinner party and just leaving in the middle of filming, for not even acknowledging her friends when they would walk in. They'd walk out and she's like, really? Really? He's like, what? What? In other words, no Cuddy, no show. No Cuddy, no show. Hate to say it, but if they're going to get split, I hope it lands up on divorce court, just so we can get more Jay Cutler screen time.
Where real couples deal with real life. Divorce court.
I'm really concerned that that's the end of Cuddy. That Cuddy is going to disappear from the public eye. I hope not. Say it ain't so. She'll write him in for ratings. He'll come back for ratings. Exploit the divorce for money like they exploited the marriage for money. No way. They weren't happy. Man, you can't believe anything, can you? I thought if it was on TV, it must be true. It's like back in the day, I used to think if it's in the newspaper, it must be true. Hey, kids, newspapers are these things that would come delivered to your house every day, and you open... Never mind. No way. I'll never be able to look at Instagram the same ever again. What chance do any of us have if the Cuddys couldn't hack it? Hey, Rome. Jay Cutler is so distraught over the divorce that he's barely been able to sleep 13 hours a night. Steve and PHX. Alien OG tweets. Single and ready to mingle. Sooner rather than later. Game on.
Game on.
It's about time. Game on.
Game on.
Cuddy. I don't want to make light of that. That's very sad on some level. But when you live your life very publicly and a big chunk of your brand is your relationship and you're constantly hawking relationship advice, and then that. Wow, that's... What do I always say? What do I always say? We don't know any of these people. We don't.